Is there any bunny out there? Hello, is there any bunny out there? Just hop if you can hear me. Is there any bunny home? Or is there any bunny on the loam? I'm talking to the bunnies. Leave me alone. It's first thing in the morning. It's like 4:47 a.m. What else am I supposed to talk to first thing in the morning? I'm a bachelor. I talk to bunnies. I talk to birds. I'm like St. fucking Francis. I was greeted by birdsong this morning. Northern cardinals, song sparrows, and the American robin. Whose Latin name is Turdus. 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 I'm trying to remember if there's ever a Batman joke. Someone makes fun of Robin calling him a Turdus because it's always got, they've got the turd implication in the pun. Hello and good morning. Welcome to Live and Learn, the morning gratitude show here from Boston, Massachusetts, hub of the multiverse. Happy Thursday. It's a chilly one. Zip all the way up. How are ya? Live and Learn is the morning gratitude show where I take some time to motivate myself, organize my mind, spirit, and body and soul for the day, and keep on keeping on. It's a cloudy morning here in Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America, North America, planet Earth, third stone from the sun, in the solar system, nestled in the outer spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy, which is part of our local group of galaxies, inside of the Virgo cluster of galaxies, inside the Laniakea supercluster of galaxies, which is inside of the known universe, which could be part of an even grander structure, suggested might be known as the multiverse of all possibilities. That's right. It's going to be rainy today. Like they already, the transportation authorities already canceled the ferries. You know what a ferry is? It's they don't sprinkle sand in your eyes while you're trying to sleep, or leave money under your pillow when you lose a tooth to a child. No, this is a waterborne vessel that transports people and vehicles to and fro over the seas and over the harbor. Huh? You could have just said boat. Well, it is a boat. Or is it a ship? I don't know. I don't have answers. All I have are more questions. I'm grateful and blessed, though. So let's start off our day. I start off my gratitude list. I've been using a gratitude list for over 5 years now. It's had the biggest impact on myself, on my life, on my my attitude. Yeah. I come off as being a positive, chipper kind of guy, and I pretty much am. But to balance that, I can also be a right bastard, a moody prick, a surly sully, and the gratitude list has really helped. It really has. It's given me perspective. It helps you sort through the details and finds the real stuff that matters. And through that perspective, I got purpose. I saw a better purpose. And through that purpose, I got a better sense of peace. So I started off my gratitude list in an untraditional, unconventional, unique to me method. I call the foundation method. The Sully patented foundation method. Patent pending. Where I start off my list with a specific set of things that I remind myself daily, and it's to shepherd myself, and it's to foster a sense of an emotional, spiritual, and psychological muscle memory. a strength one could need to pull this kind of lofty goal off. And it's worked for me. Maybe it worked for you. Maybe you need your own system. Maybe you need to, ask someone in some kind of recovery system where, how to properly do it. I don't have answers. All I have are more questions. 49 degrees Fahrenheit in the end of May. That's fine. So buttons. So I start off my gratitude list with this foundation, and I am grateful for my family, for my friends, for my faith, for my freedom, for my health, for my union job, for a good night's sleep, for a solid breakfast, for the peace that comes from being a single man at my age, and for my sobriety, whatever shape that takes today, with its peaks and its valleys, its ups and downs, its highs and lows, its wins and losses. It's a lifelong journey of mine, and I'm here for it, one step at a time. And I'm 52 years old. I've been drinking for over 30 years. Haven't I had enough? Don't I know what it feels like to be intoxicated? And it's come to the point where it's, I'm a middle-aged person now. I'm a middle-aged human. And now it's to the point where I just don't feel right the next day after even having less than several, more than a few beers. It's not about tolerance. It's not about a hangover. It's not about a headache or nauseous. It's just a general ick feeling. A weirdness and a weakness, and it makes me prone to my pre-existing condition of having panic and anxiety attacks. I was diagnosed with PTSD by a doctor in 2020 after my last in a series of different traumatic events over the course of my life. It's not a sob story, it's just the shape of my life. So buttons. So I'm grateful and blessed for lots of things. I only start off my gratitude list with the foundation. Then I just keep adding to it. I keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it all day long in my heart and in my brain. I used to write these things down when I first started my gratitude list, and I'm very picky. I love yellow legal pad. I love medium blue ballpoint ink, such as a biro or a big stick. I don't want a fine point. I don't want that ink that smudges. I want blue ballpoint ink. That makes me happy. I don't know why. It's like having a favorite spoon. It is what it is. I don't question it. I just roll with it. So buttons. I got to this point where I would just fill up both sides of the page, conserving space. Just you got like about a week or more on each side of the page, and they would accumulate. And just turn the page, and then one day, I was feeling blue. I was feeling awful. I call it a sideways moment. And then I decided, let me look at these old gratitude lists. Maybe it might give me some inspiration. It might snap me out of my funk. It might help me feel better. And it did. Because what it did was something very tangible, something useful, something real. I had the ability to stop and count my blessings. Literally every gratitude on these old lists was a blessing I could count. And I was like, wow, you had 15 things to be grateful for yesterday morning. You had 11 the day before that. You had 14 this day last week. Things are not as bad as your self-talk is trying to convince you that they are. And it's not that your self-talk is evil or your enemy. That's just the way it is. Your self-talk, if left unguarded, unchecked, unchaperoned in a way, will tend to clutter your mind with lots of different thoughts to keep active. You know what I mean? And it snapped me out of it, man. It just or lady, or however you identify in this grand spectrum of humanity here on planet Earth and beyond. I'll tell you, man, lady, or being, I'll tell you, man, that it gave me a neutral space where I could make a new choice. I could choose to keep having a moody, sideways, bad day, or I could make the choice to snap out of it and do something different. And that kind of realization, that was called perspective. Real perspective, life-changing perspective, being like, wow, I mean, I literally have proof that things are not as bad as it seems. I've got all of these things to be grateful for. And so the foundation method comes from, like, basically, say if you looked at all of your old gratitude lists and circled the most used words that keep repeating over and over again, a theme, a tone, a consistency. And so I started off with the Foundation 5. I'm so grateful for my family and my friends, my faith, my freedom, and my health. And then I added my union job. And then I added, a couple of things that were just very important to me that I earned. A good night's sleep and a solid breakfast. I eat a breakfast every morning. A simple, small, packed with power breakfast, peanut butter, bacon sometimes. Here comes the bus. Bus, 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 bus. Ha ha! Let's get on the bus. Awesome. Bus, bus, bus. Let us do it. Good morning.
Oh yeah, no joke.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it, and I want to share it, and I want to pay it forward. It just takes some what I call an ingredient that sometimes people forget that they have, ignore, maybe even lack, and have to be reminded. You have to fill up that cup. It's called stick to it. Stick-to-itiveness. You have to have a sense of stickiness. As Miyamoto Musashi said, the samurai said in his Book of Five Rings, Gorin no Sho, you have to have this tidum-tidum rhythm when it comes to sword fighting. And you have to have a sense of stickiness, which means it's a hard to describe term. It's I barely know it myself. Good morning. But it's about being able to. Yes. I got my umbrella. I got my umbrella. Good morning. Today and tomorrow? Yeah, they canceled the ferries already. Yeah. Federal Avenue. That means. Alrighty. Let's do it.
Quincy Avenue Station. Red line and bus connection.
So yeah, stick-to-itiveness, stickiness. Like the ability to, Thank you. Have a good day, buddy. Bus, bus, bus. Alrighty, we thank the bus. Bus, bus, bus. Ha ha! Bus, 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 bus. Bus, 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 bus. Bussy, bussy, bus, bus, bus. Let's do it. Let's get on the bus. Yeah, no bunnies this morning. We might see one out here. Maybe. Usually don't. I haven't seen any coyotes or raccoons yet. No opossums either. Oh, no ferrets. But we have birdsong, plenty of it. We have birdsong. We've got robins. That's the sound of a robin. And it's cool. I mean, I have this app. It's a free app. You can get it too through your app store. And it's a bird song identifier. And it's from Ithaca College, I think. and that their bird center, and it asks for your location, and and then it can correctly identify the bird song in your, and I think it actually reports back to the, to the students and the professors, like maybe contributes to an overall body of data for migratory patterns and locationalities and stuff. But yeah, we have pigeons, seagulls, the two most common birds, sparrows. They're tiny, so they don't make that much noise, unless there's a whole bunch of them. We have northern cardinals and the American robin. We also have blue jays, and I haven't heard them yet, but I know back up in Medford, about 30 miles away, there were woodpeckers. They're interesting. Here we go. Whew. First thing in the morning. Closing at 5 a.m. What are you doing at 5 a.m.? Hopefully you're still asleep. Maybe you're just getting up. What's the first thing you do? I roll out of bed. I put on the kettle. And then while I make my breakfast and make my bed. 5:03 a.m. I make my bed. I do some simple stretches. Jolly cod, coffee, tea pass. Go. And as always, we also start off our day with a little bit of patriotism. Oh, you jingoistic nationalists. I love our country. I love my country. I love my flag. I love our nation. I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. All right, let's get it on. Gratitude, check. Patriotism, check. Motivation, check. How you doing? We're gonna do this. We've never taken the elevator upstairs to the platform before. Let's do it. Why not? Behold, an elevator. El vato is aquí. That's an old joke with an ex-girlfriend. She was Tejana, Mexican-American girl. Fourth generation here. So I got to absorb a lot of Latino culture. And plus I work with a lot of Latinos y Latinas and learned how to speak a little bit of Spanish. So the train will be here in about less than 10 minutes, hopefully. Hopefully we'll be free of annoyances first thing in the morning. Yeah, I wish I had. I'm looking for to to invent a little key fob, you know, something like your car alarm, but it's with a tight focus laser with an electromagnetic pulse that will brick your phone. Brick, you know what I mean? For, you know, but that's a really awful thing to think. Like, just because I'm dissatisfied, what am I supposed to teach someone a lesson? Who made me judge, jury, and executioner? But still, you're being an annoying, slap-happy individual. Use some fucking headphones. Seriously. Also, stand up straight, sit up straight. You know, square your shoulders, head up high. Don't slouch. Don't keep your head down. Oh shit! Here's a hark, a train. Aha! There you go. I know you love it. I love it too. Here we go. That's a very patriotic looking advertisement you got there. Awesome. Very good. What else am I grateful for? I'm grateful for lots of little things. I'm grateful for large things too, but I'm grateful for little things because they all add up, you know? I'm grateful for when the subway is working typically and normally, you know, and it's just like, you know, it's just a clear sailing, you know, just free of, I'm grateful for when people know how to like do little things, you know, just like fold up their electric scooter. It's amazing how fucking ignorant people are, or don't care about their impact on others. Use headphones while you're on the subway, you know. Take off your bloody backpack and put it between your legs. You know, seriously, with all like the space that people take up with their backpacks, there's room for more people, especially on a busy commute. That's just volume, you know, cubic centimeters and shit. Otherwise known as cc's. Give them 20 cc's of ephedrine stat. Old medical shows of the 70s. I've been watching a lot of Columbo, a lot of old 1970s TV. I love watching Columbo. It's such a typical, predictable show, but I love the feel of it. I love the look of it. Because I grew up then, and it reminds me, you know, of an age. It was called the 1970s. I was there for it. You know what I love? I'm grateful for? Movies. I love movies. I've got hundreds of DVDs and Blu-rays on shelves in my living room. It looks like a video store. I love it. Like last night, I come home from work. You know, I pop in a movie. I eat my supper at my dinner table. And then I sit on my couch at my coffee table. I don't like eating at my coffee table because it's you have to like lean over, and it's you know it's not meant for having supper. I mean, it's like the dining table's the dining table. Again, I've been like eating off of TV trays for I feel like forever, and I just want, you know, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like a grown-up. It makes me feel like I should feel like a grown-up. I've been a grown-up for 40 years. No, 35 years, or maybe 30, maybe Well, emotionally, you know what? I admit it. I'm a very immature person. I've been an immature person, and I extended that for as long as possible, you know. And it's probably been it's been the bane of every relationship I've had, is my immaturity. I went out to have, to have lunch and drinks with one of my best friends, not too far along ago. But this person's known me for like over 30 years, and it's like, why do you like thing when it comes to relationships? And I mean, first of all, I felt like judged on a 30-year-old context, a 20-year-old context. But really, I gave it like some thought, and I wasn't really being judged, but maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying that they were, but maybe they were. And but I've had that thought, and it boils down to immaturity. It boils down to, it's just, I was, immature. And it took a while for me to get properly seasoned, to get properly caught up. I've always been a late bloomer. And so that doesn't surprise me at all. But, I don't know. I don't have any excuses. I mean, it's just that was just, how I am, or how I was. Like, I'm 52 now. It's like, how immature can I be? Well, as immature as I want to be. But does it help? Is it contributing to my life? You know what I mean? Is it like, all things have a season, and you're 52 years old and you're now just admitting to being a grown-up? You should have been doing that at 20. And my poor ex-girlfriends, I mean, geez, had to put up with like a moody, immature me. Attention-seeking, passive-aggressive, angry me. No wonder why I'm single. I deserve it. I don't deserve the happily ever after. I deserve to be alone. No, I mean, but I'm blessed and grateful for that perspective. That I'm not ignorant. That I am an active participant in my own show. That I am I have the knowledge to be able to be like, okay, well, you can always do better next time. And I hope to. Meeting someone's just wicked hard. It's wicked hard, Chief. It really is. Even if you get a date, chances are they're going to ghost you after the first date. Seriously. I mean, women are fucking horrible these days. Men are too. But women have been given permission out of some kind of comeuppance and vengeance for all the misdeeds. So, everyone has to pay for everyone else's exes or something like that. I don't care anymore. Here comes the train. We're going to wrap up the show. It's Happy Thursday. You have a wonderful day. Keep on keeping on. Stay positive. Use gratitude. Smash that like button. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. And we'll get back. We'll see you with more videos tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.